Hello, everybody, and thank you for being patient. I just had to take a few minutes to get things set up. I am super excited for more reasons than one. First off, Bob just gave me mod status on his chat. I just told my wife, I was like, I just got mod status on like a really big channel, and she was like, okay, big deal. I was like, don't act like you're not impressed. I am super excited about that. So. Um, you only got audio, no video. Is everyone seeing and hearing everything okay? I guess I should probably check that out. Is everyone hearing me and seeing me okay? Flynn's Fishhorn was here first. Cookies for Dark was here, and Ruru2 was here, and V-Stag, thank you. Lumpy Dog, thank you for watching out for the clowns outside. Aquatic Jack, thank you. I think it's the first time I've seen you on one of these. Hello, Susan. Welcome. Yeah, Kayla, go get that goldfish. Doing better. Down the wormhole. Hello. Now that we got rid of Bob, can we talk about? I only have nice things to say about Bob. I've been talking with him over the weekend with the Tanks for Teachers. And it's been, I mean, he's just been great to work with when it comes to, I think it's an awesome thing that he's doing to get tanks in teachers' classrooms. I personally have multiple fish tanks in my classroom. I can't imagine not having a fish tank in my classroom. There was one year that I did not have a fish tank in my classroom, and it just really felt weird. Like, I think I forgot how to teach that year. I think I couldn't talk. I all of a sudden became mute. No, I'm just kidding. The audio didn't go out. Multi-tank addiction. What song was it that your wife liked? I'm just curious. LJ. DPK made my first logo for my channel. So he did an awesome job. He made like this X-ray. It was an X-ray tetra like glowfish. It was really cool. Rogue Aquatic says, when it's 2 a.m. you got school tomorrow, but you see a notification from Mr. Science Geek stream goals. Yeah, once again, Rogue Aquatics, thank you for doing the work on my channel banner and making my logo clear so that I could put it on the shirt. I actually have the shirt in the other room. So yeah, fish tank does help science class a lot. Excited to see what you got. Chicken, it's all right. That's where I went to, so no worries. Hello from down under, Gordana. I'm not going to try to pronounce Perdaska. Steve Edwards, thank you for being a new subscriber. It's always nice to see a new, fresh, friendly face and the old faces as well. No problem, pal. I have sold, I know I sold one yesterday. I sold one to myself last week, so I will be, once that all clears and everything, then I'll be getting things straight with you, Rogue Aquatics. As far as the solar eclipse t-shirts, I don't think we sold any of those. So unless anyone wants to check out one of those, go for it. Yes, Rob, you're here now, so I can get started. Don't worry, you haven't missed anything. I was just talking about how, Rob, I made mod status on Bob's the Mitosis song. All right, I can actually do that one. That's actually one of my favorite ones. See how in tune my guitar is, and how out of tune my voice is. Yeah, it's pretty close. So that's the tune of When I Come Around by Green Day. All cells need to divide. to make another cell. So they go through cell division and is split in 3 parts: interphase, mitosis, cytokinesis. Well, first is interphase, and the cell, and the cell, and the cell was at rest. Then it copies all the chromosomes, body cells of 46, split into pairs gives us 23. Now the cell goes through mitosis, which is done in 4 phases when the cell divides. I'll stop right there because I don't want to get any trouble or anything. But I didn't ever plan on doing a science parody tonight. I'm glad your wife loved that muffling addiction. I'm actually working on some other parodies in my head right now. There's a lot of things I'm working on down the wormhole I was reading I'm working on in my head here. See here, Guitar by the Fire. Yeah, thank you, DPK. I play the ukulele also, a little bit. I don't know where my ukulele is right now. I have an electric one. It's up in my closet right now. I mostly play the bass. I'm actually much better at that than I am at the guitar. I know about these fish. All right. Sweet, way cool in my science chair when I was in school. All right, let me go check and see if they're still alive really quick. So I'll put you all on clown watch really quick. Fledged fishworm, good luck on your first day of school. Aquatic Jack. Currently in my classroom tanks I have just water. So that's it. So what fish did I get today? So let me just back up and tell you all, because I'll tell you the story about today. Kevin, are you here, by the way? I just want to see if Kevin is here, because I have some questions to ask him talking about the local fish store today. So, what species of water? The species of water with approximately 125 parts per million. Somewhat lower than neutral. Okay, good, Kevin, you're here. Good. All right, so local fish store story today. That's kind of a tongue twister, isn't it? So, LJ Aquatics, I was talking about you today too. So, I know you're listening. I know that you're here. So, today was the Labor Day weekend show. That was really bad, Jimmy Buffett, but based on the song "Come Monday" by Jimmy Buffett. Anyways, went to Click and Fish, my local fish store. I'll put the link down below this video. And went there, and it's like a 20-minute drive from my house. So anyways, I went there as my daughter was taking her nap, and I planned on going to look at the Cholawood or Cholawood. If anyone wants to correct me on how I'm pronouncing that, please let me know. I think it's Chola is how I've heard it pronounced. Because they posted on their Facebook page, we got in some Cholawood. I'm like, awesome. I've wanted to see that in person, see what it feels like and everything. So that was my intention to go, and I didn't see that they posted a new stock inventory list. But usually whenever I see them post that, I'm usually in like as soon as possible, because they sell out of their stock really quickly. So I wanted to go there as quickly as I can to see their new stock, especially because they have some awesome um, um, awesome nanofish and apistos, more apistos than I've seen in any local fish store. Um, oh, hold on. Cookies for Dark. I'm so glad that that video was able to help your daughter. That video was able to help your daughter, and tell her I said thank you as well. Um, so went by there today, and usually, because I go in there in like the most off times ever, like 2 in the afternoon. Who goes to a local fish store at 2 in the afternoon on like a Tuesday? This guy. I go in there on like an off time, and I walk right in, and there, yep, there it is. There's the link. Thank you, LJ, for posting the link there. So I usually go in there like an off time, just like just me and like 1 or 2 other customers maybe. But today, that store was packed, and it was awesome. I was so happy to see their, first off, a store at the mall packed, but their store was packed because they were featured in our local paper this morning, actually. And I heard, because I was in there for probably about 3 hours, I heard probably about 2 or 3 students. Hi, Jalen. I heard about probably 3 or 4 people, actually. 3 or 4 people actually mentioned the article in the paper. I was like, that article's awesome for you all. So that's good to hear that it's helping things out. One person said that they had no idea that there was even a fish store in the mall, so that was good to know. So it's good getting their name out there. So this morning was a big win for local fish stores. So that's one thing. So I was walking around looking at their stock, and so Kevin, here comes my question to you. I was looking around at their stock as they were helping the customers that heard about their store from the local paper and in the article, and they I noticed in one of the tanks they had albino bristlenose plecos, and they called them blue-eyed plecos as well. But they looked to me just to be like long fin albino bristlenose plecos. So, Kevin, were those your albinos or long fin albino bristlenose plecos? That's my question for you. Blue-eyed lemons. The blue-eyed. I don't think they were named as blue-eyed lemons. They were named as. Maybe I was misreading. Maybe I was combining two names together. So, DBK, I thought about getting those albino or the longfin or albino bristlenose plecos. I was thinking about getting those because as you all might have heard, I've said in a few videos in the past, I used to be completely against plecos, but that was because the last time I was in the hobby, the only plecos that were available in the hobby were common plecos, and those get huge. So towards the end of the last time I was in the hobby, basically before my daughter was born, so you've only had non-albino. Oh, that stinks, Kevin. Anyways, so then as I was getting out of the hobby last time, right before my daughter was born, that was the beginnings of when the bristlenose plecos were just starting to hit the scene. So that was pretty exciting. So the more I know about them, the more I like the bristlenose plecos, because they stay smaller and they stay you know, friendly for their entire lifespan as well, unlike the common plecos, which can start to do some pretty crazy things. So that was one thing that I saw. So that was the one question. LJ, I was asking if they'd seen you in the store, and bristlenose plecos get to a maximum size of about 6 inches, and that's about it. So that's why it's a good thing. The common plecos get to like, they can be like river monsters basically. So, anyways, so then I went to 80 Aquatics. Have a good night. Good luck on your phone there. So anyways, so then I go looking around some more, and so here's the first answer to one thing I got, and it's not in this room right now because you all know what it looks like completely, and it's not really that exciting. But so a few weeks, I guess it was 2 weeks ago, I went in there, and Captain Spicy, if he's in here right now, I haven't seen him in here right now, but Captain Spicy inspired me to, with his videos of his mystery snails, smallest tank to breed bristlenoses in. I would say you could breed them in a, I mean, they don't need a lot of upper space, they need lower space, so it's better to have long than tall. So 33 long would be great. 20 long might work for like a pair, I would think, maybe. Yeah, 20 long should probably work for a pair easily. So anyways, went to go get these mystery snails a few weeks ago from Click and Fish. Came home and my daughter loves them. She thinks that they're cute. So hey, my daughter thinks snails are cute. Anything to distract her from glowfish, I will take it as a win. So, the guppy grass lumpy dog is growing. It is growing. It's not growing like crazy, but it is growing. Yes, Captain definitely has the snail, the macro lens snail niche is covered, and it's awesome. He's doing that. Dave, I hope you're doing well down there in Florida. Hope you're staying safe and getting everything prepared and ready down there, and everything is on deck to be safe down there. So let out the glowfish hate. Oh, I will let out some glowfish hate. So then today I was doing some research, watching some YouTube videos. Rachel O'Leary had a video about them. Somebody else had a video about them, about the mystery snails. And I learned, and I should have known this, but most snails are both genders. They are both male and female. They're hermaphroditic, and but apparently mystery snails are male or female. So you need to have obviously one of each for them to breed. So, man, 12-hour shift today. That's wrong. What's wrong with the glowfish? The glowfish are a GMO fish. Is what's the problem with them? Someone's explain. So anyway, so so I went in today. I was like, you know what? I looked at my snails that I had to see if I could find the male part in one of the snails, and I couldn't quite tell because one of them like rarely comes out of their shell. They do come out, and the other one comes out pretty rarely. But I still couldn't see their male part out of their shell. So I went to Click and Fish to go get some more mystery snails, and so I would like to breed some because I know that the breeding process is actually more involved than say breeding the pond bladder snails, whatever you call them, that hitchhike on your plants. So I'd like to breed some mystery snails. I think it might be a fun thing to do in my classroom. It'd be a a nice, easy, small tank set up to be able to run, have a pair breeding in like a 10-gallon, then raise them up in there. So that's one thing I got three more mystery snails. So, are we ready to see the other thing that I got from the local fish store? This is actually kind of, I'm not sure if you'll be able to see it very well, but it is kind of exciting. So, then my mystery snail laid 3 eggs sacs and only ever had 1 snail. I'm gonna hopefully be able to figure it out and get things going. Man, this storm's gonna be crazy. I'm reading y'all's chat, that's why I keep getting distracted. This is just crazy. So anyway, so then I was, waiting for them to serve the next customer, and and then one of the owners there said, he mentioned to me, well, let me show you what it is. I don't want to give it away yet. Keep the Mr. Snail eggs moist. You have an air stone with it directly onto the eggs. Thank you for that, Ruju. That's a good root. So alright, I'm not going to be able to see the chat for a few seconds. I'm going to take the phone over. So let me take it out of here. Get a nice view of my second shin there. So let's try this here. Take it into Janet Jackson mode here from the We Go Deep video. Let's put on the other flashlight here, because that's how fancy my lighting is for because this is a very well lit room. So can I change the direction of this? I think so. Yes, I can. Yes. All right. So what did I get? There were some right on that piece of zucchini earlier. Now they're not. Those are the bladder snails. Let's see, anybody let me know when you see them. There's some more snails. Where did they go? Oh, there's one right there behind the zucchini. Can anyone tell what it is? It's hiding from the light. It's hard to see. Oh, there's one right on the zucchini. I'm looking for your chat, but I forgot that I'm away from my computer right now. So let me go back to my computer right now. Turn it back on my wonderful face here. Let's see if anyone recognized it. Aquatic Jack got it. They are cherry shrimp. All right, sorry. Let me get it up. I was trying to read the chat there. So, yes, I finally bit the bullet, I guess. Is that the saying I'm looking for? Finally took the giant leap, and I got my first shrimp. So, LG Aquatics, here's the answer to why. So, let me get onto the story now. So, I was looking around, of course, this one, Cookies for Dark, that's the method I plan on using. So, leap of faith, there's the term I was looking for. Thank you, multi-tank addiction. So, I was standing around looking, whatever, and so he was talking to a former member of our local fish club, and he pointed to his tank of cherry shrimps, and he was like, these right here, and trying to, because they have lots of them. So I was like, that's pretty cool. And obviously that's what they're trying to focus on, is the nano tanks and the shrimp, and one of the owners breeds the shrimp like amazingly crazy in there. So LJ, here's the reason I did not get the blue velvets, because I am a shrimp noob. This is my first time keeping shrimp, so I'm not fully confident yet. Rogue Aquatics, have a good night. I'm glad you stayed up long enough to be able to see what it was I got from the local fish club, because I know you were losing sleep over that. So have a good night. Have a good night, aquarium cowboy. So LG Aquatics. So they said that those blue velvets that they have in their store are like selling like wildfire because they are amazing and they are beautiful. So the thing is that I do want to get into shrimp, obviously. So I finally am into shrimp now. I finally did take a leap of faith and I'm trying it out. This tank has been running for months now, and uh, what did I say? What did I say here? I Oh, and it has some nano fish. So, but those nano fish will be moved to my classroom, or the shrimp. Yeah, the nano fish will be moved to my classroom. Hi, Jordan. The nano fish will be moved to my classroom. I'll work on breeding them in my classroom, and then the shrimp, it'll be a shrimp only tank right there in that tank. So within the next week or two, that will be a shrimp only tank. So it will be trying to breed shrimp in there. So hopefully that will help out. By Jordan, that will hopefully help out with the shrimp numbers. So why didn't I get the blues, LJ? Because the blues are like my favorite color is blue. The blues are like my holy grail, I guess you'd say, of shrimp almost. I know that there are like super nice, super expensive, what are they called, pintos out right now, like $25 a shrimp or something crazy like that. So, and the blue velvets being at like, I think their prices are like really fair. They're like cheaper than everywhere else in town on blue velvets, that's for sure. But so anyways, the blues are did cost more than the red cherry shrimp. So I figure if I'm going to try it out, then I'll try it out with a one that is cheaper. So the cherry shrimp are like half the cost of a blue velvet. So my plan is that if I can get the cherries to breed and then sell them, then the profits I'll make from those, I will then go to buy the blue velvets. So does that sound like a good plan to everyone out there? Let me know what you think in the chat and the comments below if you're watching this later on. So yellow shrimp are best in my opinion, and it really stands out in the dark aquarium. You're right, in the dark aquarium. I also I have dark substrate and I need to go get some white substrate so that they will look better. So okay, LJ, what's the one condition? I know it's going to be to give you some of them, right? Is that what it is? Because that's what you usually say. So, what's that noise? What's that noise? If you plan to breed blues, you may buy. Of course, yeah. I don't plan on like making huge money or whatever off of breeding my fish or shrimp. I would like to make enough money to support my hobby, so that way my wife doesn't notice whenever I go to the store and buy a new fish. That's my plan and my hope. So yeah, I was telling the guys at Click and Fish is that they get first dibs on my fish that I breed or the shrimp that I breed. So Aquatic Jack, you said the black substrate is what you would rather. So what was I gonna say here? What was I saying? So I completely lost my train of thought. Oh, so I was telling them that they get first dibs on my what the fish and shrimp that I breed, and then whatever they don't want. You'll have to send me some green terrors. I don't have big enough tanks for any green terrors multi-tank. Right, breaking zero. It's got a credit card and the spouse will never find out. So Um, they get like obviously I'll keep like really good breeding stock, and then they get first choice, and they keep whatever they want. And then the second would be going to the local fish club, because I know this sounds kind of messed up, but this store at the store Click and Fish, they oftentimes put a lot of their or they have put some of their livestock from their store in the local fish club auctions, which raises money for the local fish club. So, if I give it to this store first, then eventually at some point, possibly the local fish club will also get it as well. So then, if it doesn't sell at the local fish club, whatever doesn't go there, then would go into my classroom tanks, and then would be up for grabs for free from my students that already have established tanks. Did not overdose iron fertilizer. Woke up to maybe 10 dead rummy nose and a couple guppies this morning. Yeah, you definitely don't want to overdose iron. Kevin, if you're on well water, you don't need to put any iron in there at all, because usually well water has iron in there already. But I have a feeling, wait, based on where you are, you might have well water. I don't know though. So someone was saying that cherry shrimp breed like guppies. I'm hoping that's the case. I'd really like to get the cherry shrimp to breed really well. Okay, city water, good. Aquatic Jack, I'm near Richmond, Virginia. Need to make it to my local fish club once. Greg's, oh my gosh, Greg Sage's a member? That's so cool. That's I'm kind of jealous of that one. So also members of my local fish club is Kevin, that's on here. If you want some green terrace for auction, let me know. I said I have a ton of fry. You're Manassas, nice. So Aquatic Jack, you're going to come and stop by for a local fish club auction. We meet on the 4th Wednesday, I think, of the month. It's literally right off. You go down 95 to 295, then take the exit. It's right off, literally right off the interstate. So, so it would be really, really great. I am not a part of the Northern Virginia Fish Club. This one is the James River Aquarium Society, is what it is. Ray's, or I think her real name is Rachel actually. Ray's Aquaria is also a member of this local fish club. She's a fellow Fish Fam YouTuber. Okay. Good to know. So I will keep the darker substrate. I heard that they're easier to see. Minimum tank size for an Oscar for just like, it's basically what they recommend. Of like the really, a lot of places recommend the minimum tank size would be a 55 gallon for an Oscar, but I think it's safer to go like 75 gallon for an Oscar. But you could probably, the problem is that they get pretty long and they need to be able to turn around easily, and a 55 isn't quite far enough back. So I would honestly feel better with having like an Oscar and then some other rather large fish that can stand their ground in there with that that Oscar. Yes, so Kevin, David Betancourt and DPK are the ones that are really worrying about this hurricane that is on its way. I don't really know about anything about us as far as what might happen if we are in its path, or what track it'll take. You've been through Hugo? Wow, Hugo is big. I remember that when I was really young. So, LJ, have a good night. Thank you for stopping by. No worries, I get it. You have a 4-year-old, I have a 3-year-old. Definitely, I definitely understand. You have a spare 75 perfectly. Then yeah, put the Oscar in the 75. Hey, Prothmesh, what time is it there? It's like what not 9 p.m. 10:30 p.m. No, a.m. 10:30 a.m. Tuesday, isn't it? Uh, Aquatic Jack. So I currently have. It's awesome. I have three. I think I have three. I think I have three 10 gallons in my classroom. And I just bought one more over the weekend. And then I have a 20-gallon long, and then I have one 30-gallon set up. And I have another 30-gallon that I need to reseal. I need to reseal the 30-gallon. Then I have another 10 in my driveway that I need to reseal as well. So I'm pretty sure I'm at my max as far as tanks go in my classroom. Although I do have a space for a 55 to go in my classroom that would look really awesome, which I have the glass for. I just had to put it all together because I've taken apart a bunch of 55s. Like I got a cracked tank off of Craigslist. I took the cracked glass off and took the other ones off. Donated bow crunks in my backyard, making green water. Then 29 tall, 46 bow. You're right. I have a 46 bow. Not a 46. It's a 36, I think, bow that I have or whatever. That's sitting somewhere. Hey, Cody. So Cody, I hope you enjoyed my thumbnails that I've been posting on the past few videos. I basically try and find the funniest thumbnail I can possibly find just for you, Cody. So 29 and 46. Yeah, that would be 29. That'd be really cool. Trying to think of where I don't really have room for them in my classroom though, but I could maybe talk to a teacher in my school. Maybe that would also be a possibility as well. See if anybody else would be interested in it. So I'm trying to. I've got to find where I put all the glass from the 55 and 75 gallons that I have to put it back together to make another 55 or 75 gallon tank so I can set it back up. I have a stand already. It's up in the attic. It's one of those metal stands. So pretty exciting. Good. I'm glad you enjoy them, Cody. Yeah, David and Carlos, I hope y'all stay safe. I'm really concerned about you, UL and JH Aquatics, and everybody in Florida. I know that Jason has also been down there. Yeah, Kevin, go get to your bio homework. No worries. I just had that one question for you, and I wanted your pretty quick feedback, and thank you for giving me content to be able to add to the live stream. So, but yeah. So does anybody have any questions out there? I'm hoping I'm not trying to step on any toes here. I hope I didn't skip over anybody's questions that anybody's had. I don't want to just completely talk about my trip to the local fish store today, but it was really, in the words of Corey, it was super cool today to be able to go by there and just talk fish shop stuff and fish nerd stuff. And they are not all the way done yet. The most recent video I have up, which is from last weekend, of their it's 7:10 a.m. Okay, so I was off by a few hours. So the most recent video I have of their store, which is from last Saturday. It's basically hasn't changed that much since that video at all. One of the guys was saying that that in a few months that they should be finally done with looking the way that they want it to look. When do you think you'll be closing the ponds? My 75-gallon tub has been staying around 65, 70 degrees lately with all this rain. All right, so Kevin, it's supposed to be warm this week, like in the mid 70s to 80s. I'm going to be closing up my tubs in the next few weeks. Like when I see the lows at nighttime in the lower 50s for more than just like an hour or two, that's when I'm closing up my tubs. I will be taking or making videos as I'm breaking them down, and then that video will be posted within probably at most 3 days after I actually do that. And Kevin, I will definitely message you when I'm thinking about doing that to my own, so that 'cause when I do that, I'm like, hey Kevin, I'm about to take mine down. That's just what I'm gonna be doing too. So yeah, Kevin, I will let you know on that one. Who just said something? Yeah, so Joel, David asked a question: where's the best place to get leaf litter and black litter supplies? Well, David, you can actually, if you have the right trees that are safe, like I actually have some trees in my backyard. There's some oaks that are actually safe to use for black litter, but for actually getting the, yes, Aquatic Jack, I'd definitely be interested in meeting up. I think Fredericksburg is pretty much in the middle, so that would probably, I think that would be awesome. I know that LJ, who's in here a lot, she's been talking about having like a Virginia YouTuber Fish Fam meetup thing too at some point. So, what was I saying? The Blackwater supplies and the leaves and stuff. What is it? The almond leaves, and there's one other type of leaf. I can't think of the name right now. It's got a funny name. What is it? But so what is it? What is it? Oh, I know you can find some of the almond leaves on eBay. I know you can find some on there. So that's where I would honestly get mine from. I will talk to my local fish store guys and local fish club people, see where they get theirs from. Catappa leaves, there you go, at Aquarium Co-op has some. Used to live in Henrico, so it's not a big deal. Oh yeah, okay, you're right, that's right around the corner from me. Yeah, about 18 years since your last big hurricane. It has been a while for Florida. Amica splendens do not need almond leaves. They would probably not mind them, but I have had them in my tanks before in my classroom, and they bred without them. I think that does make it better, but they did breed without them. The Blackwater. Corey has an Indian almond leaves in sale on an Aquarium Co-op. Rob has them on sale on Flip Aquatics as well. Both are great deals. Double check, triple check, and then check again. Right. So then that means that we've had actually a major Virginia hurricane. Hello, Dion. Yika D. Our most recent Virginia severe hurricanes are, so one was pretty crazy, about probably almost 10 years ago. I forget, it was Hurricane Irene, I think it was, that came through here. Came through the house I used to live in. Lost power for a week, I think. And then, yeah, I lost power for a full week. That was just crazy. And so then like, we also had an earthquake that year as well. That was crazy. An earthquake and a hurricane in the same year. I think that was the same year. That was pretty crazy. But we lost power. So my wife and I at the time were dating, and we were at my old house, and then I was like, you know what, let's go out and get some lunch during the hurricane. That was stupid, don't do that. And so I left from my house that I was living in at the time, and was gonna go into town, which town was 15 minutes away, to go get lunch. I'm like, yeah, this is just rain and wind stuff, it's fine. Well, we get about maybe halfway there, and then I was like, you know, this probably isn't a very good idea, and a tree falls in front of us. So I'm like, okay, this is a sign. So I turn around, or start going back to my old house or whatever, and a tree falls in front of us again, trapping us and like three other cars in. So without even saying anything, I put the car in park. The other cars, all the guys in the car get out in front of us, and we just moved the tree out of the way. Like not a word was spoken. Church bells all were broken. And the three men in the cars I admire the most, the Father, the Son, and the... But anyways, they got out and we just moved the tree, and I drove home, and I was not going to go back out in that again. Once the storm cleared, I took my wife back to her apartment in town, which luckily her apartment didn't lose power. So my house lost power. Which meant I was in the country, I had well water, I lost water, so I didn't get showers. So, thank you, Dan, for stopping by. Hope I met your expectations. So, funny thing is that the first day of the hurricane, I decided to, sounds good, Aquatic Jack, I'll be going to check out your channel right now. And I'll be checking out your channel. Yeah. So anyways, really quick, long story short, I ended up taking a shower on my back porch in the rain because it was raining so much. I was in a bathing suit. I brought out my, my soap and everything, and took a shower on the back porch. And that was the coldest shower I've probably ever taken. That was some cold water, hurricane shower. So, luckily I was able to take a shower at my wife's apartment she was living in, and so that way I was able to stay clean that week, and then just drive and stay at my house because my dog was still there, obviously. So it was hot. Oh my gosh, it was hot. No air conditioning. It was horrible. So yeah, that's a story of the last big hurricane that hit us here. I think that most people were on power was like 2 weeks around here, so that's the biggest one. So that was a really long, rambling story. I have told my students that story, parts of that story, but more of the story is don't go driving it in a hurricane. Bad idea. I learned my lesson. So let me check out Aquatic Jack's channel here. We got a nice channel. He has some fish content. I will definitely subscribe. So, try doing update videos from the storm. Yeah, like Carlos and Dave and Kyla and all those down there in Florida, please don't worry about videos. Please worry about your safety first. I mean, I'm worrying about you all, but I also know that you also, yeah, no drinking and driving. No, I didn't drink and drive. I just know driving in a hurricane. Oh, a hurricane, the drink hurricane. I get it. Y'all definitely focus on your safety and your family's safety, and then your fish's safety, obviously. Yeah, that's really concerning. I'm like, that's kind of on the, like, I'm talking out here, and so those thoughts are coming out, but the thoughts about y'all and what you're going through. Before I leave, play another song. All right, let's see here. Fish in the Corner, welcome. All right, another song. What else? What other song would be a good one, or a bad one in your case? You have to listen here. Big J, yep. Be another good song. Can't think of a song. Well, I'm already on Cavo too, so let's see what song that would be this one. All right, since we're already on Capo 2, back it up here. Let's see if you all can guess what it is. right, DPK got it. Carlos, congratulations. So I'll go ahead and start with the science parody. So here we go. Each of us has 10 trillion cells. In each nucleus, there's some DNA too. Split into strands, 2 yards long, tightly wound into chromosomes. Those chromosomes give us our traits, like your brown hair and my eyes are blue. Yeah, it's DNA times 2. 1953, shape was discovered in an X-ray by Rosalind Franklin, shaped like a twisted ladder. Anyway, I'll stop there. But so the chorus to that song, that's actually not the original way that I wrote it. One of my first year students, Troy, who's now a senior in college actually. I've known him since he was in 3rd grade at the daycare I used to work at. I actually had it planned on going, yeah, it's DNA, and you're supposed to go through that twice, but I put on the page that the kids were singing all the lyrics to, I put DNA and then an X and then 2. So Troy, being the smart aleck student that he is, shouts out DNA times 2, and that was where that whole special verse came in. So and then we actually added one, and then this other student that same year, Morgan, she decided to add deoxyribonucleic acid to the end of every song, which that girl is now, Morgan is now a bio major at UNC, so I'm very proud of her for doing that. She definitely loved to bust my chops a lot. I actually made a video, one of my old videos of where I cut up a pair of shoes, was actually inspired by a bet that I made with her. So definitely lots of really cool students I've had in the past. But I really do need to make some new science parodies for my new science content so that I can sing those songs to my students. Only 2 songs that work out right now with my current content are my song Have a Good Night, AMA Aquatics. The only 2 songs I can do right now with my current content with my students is my song Independent Variable to the tune of Margaritaville by Jimmy Buffett, and then my Watershed song to the tune of Country Roads Take Me Home by John Denver, because those 2 actually relate to the content that I teach now in science. I have been playing around with the idea for like a metric measurement song. I'm a millimeter to the tune of I'm a Believer by the Monkees. DNA Genetically Evolving, that should be the next remastered version. Yeah, that'd be a remix. That'd be a remix. I think Dave, you probably do that awesome remix. Be an awesome job with that. So obviously you all see why I'm a teacher and not a musical artist out there on touring. My wife was singing along. Yeah. I'm glad that your wife I'm glad that you all enjoy that. About dependent variables, I have one. It's, in fact, I'll do it right here. I'll just do the chorus. How about that? So the chorus is the tune of, well, I just said it. So, oh, here we go. Hold on, I've got to think. I can't think of it right now. All right, so I cannot make an album with these parodies, because then I would be in trouble for copyright infringement, which I have been come close to that trouble in the past. There is a video that I have out there that I think I might have taken off of YouTube now, because a certain artist who's very well known has some very busy lawyers that found my song and contacted me and said, hey, we know this is for educational purposes, but could you please do this, this, and this? And I said yes. So I did those changes that they asked for. I said that yeah, I do the D7 for that song in Margaritaville. So anyways, I did those changes, and then YouTube took off the audio, and so I think I took the video down. But my claim to fame is that I was almost sued by someone famous. How's it go? Independent variables change on purpose in at least 3 trials. Dependent variables are what we measure. Hold on. Dependent variables are what we measure, and they change as a result. Sorry, my guitar and voice are out of tune. So a gallon is 128 ounces. Just saying, and a gallon is 3.78 liters. Fun fact. So Nisi and Priscilla, I learned that 1 gallon equals 3.78 liters because it's on the top of urinals in bathrooms. It says on there that, like, whatever the brand is, whatever, it has the flow rate of the toilet, and it says flow rate 1 gallon per hour, 1 GPH, and then it says 3.78 LPH. Oh, please. Kim Sodas Aurelius, thank you for the $2 super chat. Awesome. Holding a lighter up or scientific calculator. And David, yeah, thank you very much for that. That's really awesome. That money is going to go to the Hooked on Fish program, which will go to getting kids into breeding fish, and hopefully eventually getting kids into breeding extinct or endangered in the wild fish. And eventually, big dream is to get them to go to breeding endangered corals as well. Would be my huge lofty dream. So thank you for that super chat. That's really awesome. Thank you for that. 3 point. Looking for the icon for a scientific calculator. Crazy how long to get royalty for instrumentals. You pretty much have to play songs backwards and then different note. Yeah, so the crazy thing is, Carlos, is that, like, the songs I've been playing tonight are 4 chord songs. The first one I did, the parody for mitosis, was G, D, E minor, C. The second one I did about DNA was the chords D, G, D, A. And then Vaz Albo, thank you for stopping by. Thank you for hitting the like button. And then the last song I just played, the chords I played and messed up on, by the way, were G, A, D. If you get in trouble for playing songs that are G, D, E minor, C, G, A, D, D, G, D, A, then that's 99% of songs out there. In fact, there's a really awesome video out there on YouTube called 4 Chord Songs. Hilarious. And that talks about how many songs there are that are in the basic 4 chords structure. So when did I learn guitar? I taught myself, pretty obviously, when I was in college a little bit. I actually taught myself bass first. My wife was dating this guy in college, and he needed a bassist for his praise band. And he was like, hey, you play the ukulele? He was like, yeah. Dave, have a good night. Stay safe. Please stay safe, Dave. Please keep everybody on deck and safe, okay? So anyways, her boyfriend in college was like, hey, we need a bassist, and you play the ukulele. I was like, okay, ukulele is like this big, and a bass is like this big. He's like, yeah, but you can do them like it's they both have 4 strings, but that's about where the differences end. So I said, okay, fine, I'll figure it out. What are the string notes? He said E, A, D, G. I was like, okay, I can figure it out from there. So that was my entire bass lesson that I got, was the string notes. It's like, okay. So I went from there and taught myself from that point, and taught myself bass. And I actually enjoy playing bass more. And then the guitar, you basically seen the extent of my guitar talents is sticking to a few chords: G, D, E minor, C, E, A minor, D7. Just I avoid every song that has a B chord in it. So I am very not talented when it comes to playing the guitar as well as vocals. I'm great with ideas for songs, and I've even written some songs, but I definitely don't plan on going famous or striking it rich as far as doing that. But be awesome. I would love to be like the next Jimmy Buffett. That'd be awesome. Out there on stage, barefoot like what I am right now. So anyways, it has been an hour now, so I want to thank everybody for stopping by. We still have 21 here, that's awesome. And Valleyfish, you are in here just in time for it. And by the way, Valleyfish, I love watching your videos you have about your breeding the guppies that you got from a guppy train. I'm so jealous that you're that close to him to be able to get those fish. And your how to make your own strain videos. Those are some really cool videos. Carlos played bass in junior high and clarinet in high school. I played saxophone, was my first instrument that I played for a while. I played the violin for kind of a year in 5th grade. Then I played the saxophone in middle school and high school, played in a marching band, and then taught myself bass and ukulele and guitar. Yeah, Carlos, please stay safe. Stay as dry as possible. Keep your family safe. Yourself and family, obviously, number one. Oh, wrong valley. Which valley am I thinking of then? I don't know. So, yes, please stay safe tonight. And everyone out there, please support your local fish stores. And if you're still watching it this long, please check out the link below my video to my local fish store. They do sell online. Nice, Susan. 1974 was first chair tenor sax and all stay at Radford College. Awesome. Raising, thank you for stopping by. Celeste Plain, have a good night. Good luck on your summer work. It's due tomorrow. My summer work, first day of school is tomorrow. Pretty excited, nervous. Got to go get stuff ready. Just hasn't become a reality yet that I've got to go get up that early again and go be a functioning member of society again. So everybody, thank you for stopping by. Thank you for all the support. Thank you for putting up with my singing. That's probably where I went from like 30 viewers to 20 viewers was when I started singing. So thank you. Thank you to everybody for stopping by. Go check out my local fish club, my local fish store. Click and fish. Put a link down below this video. They have some great livestock. They do have very safe practices for their livestock. They do quarantine them before they do sell them. So they're definitely great things that they're doing at that store. Look at the likes. I can't see the likes yet on this screen that I'm on, so I'll just have to check it out later. But anyways, everybody have a good night. Be sure, if you haven't already, subscribe to everybody on here. Make sure you turn on notifications, although I'm pretty sure that my pop-up notifications are going to be over. Pop-up notifications. My pop-up live streams will be over for at least until probably winter break. So I got to go back to a regular schedule again. So have a good night, everybody. Have a good beginning of the school year to all you students out there. Stay tuned and stay fishy, people.